So at every point in time, every young person out there has had experiences. They've had moments that tested them, moments that almost broke them. But at something kept them standing. And that's exactly what we do on the Thorny Point. We bring in young persons who have had experiences like this. And of course, we try to know what their experiences were and how exactly they were able to navigate through them. But before we move on to the person we have here today, I remain your very proud host, Pocologist. Who do we have here?
Hi, my name is Levi. I'm a Part 5 student, Agric. I'm an artist, and yeah.
You mentioned being an artist, and I guess that's defines the core of your being. Looking at your appearance currently, I mean, it's obvious that you're dressed like one.
Yeah.
And I think I love how you dress.
Thank you.
Yeah, now as an artist, I believe everyone who is creative in any aspect, it always comes with challenges.
Yeah.
Every creative out there would always face challenges, and they are not exactly that easy to pull through in that situation. So would you like to share probably one very important challenge that you probably faced as a creative, as an artist, that actually tested you, but that somehow you were able to pull through that experience?
Okay, so yeah, around this time last year, I would say it was one of my lowest moments ever. But like before that time, I was like super popping, like the performances and love everywhere and the stuff. And then the year of my IT came. That was this time last year, it was just slavery, work, and it took a toll on my musical career. So like all the love, the respect, all of that was just dipping by the day, and then just felt like, why am I even doing this? And I mean, at some point, you have to realize that life can't always be rosy. Like, there'll always be lows. And yeah, you have to pull through. I mean, what are you going to do? Pull out of the world? No. So yeah,
Well, I think some people contemplate that.
Shout out to them, but like, at some point, you should know that you will always come out of it, because I'm not going to downplay anybody's experiences. Life is tough on different levels for people.
Yeah, that's right.
Mine was insane. I mean, it was like everybody and everything was screwing me over. But I would always stay true to myself. They don't define me. Experiences don't define me. I define my experiences. So at some point I had to come out of it by myself, and I watched myself do that. And my honest opinion is just always expect the lows, no matter the highs, always expect the lows. You'll always come out of it.
The lows will always come.
The lows will always come.
Winter will always come.
Winter will always come. Right. And they want to come too.
Beautiful one. Well, as a creative, for example, people out there, they always see you, they see the content, right? They see the songs, they see the music. But many times they don't even know what exactly is going on behind the scene.
Yeah.
So what people get to see is what exactly you put out there.
Yeah.
So would you probably be willing to share to people how exactly it actually feels like to be an artist? I mean, the experience personally, what is not exactly shown out there. People see the output, people see the results, but the inputs, not so many people are actually able to see that.
For one, especially as an artist, a musical artist, you are, as long as you're independent, you are doing almost everything yourself. Hardly any backings. And when you are reaching out for help too, you also get shanked. Like, if you're not having that kind of crazy motion that makes everyone magnetized to your personality, you will be seen as unserious until the motion comes, until the work comes, until everybody starts feeling you at the same time. So like, you can't pop immediately. You just have to keep doing it. You just have to keep trying to become a better version of what you were the day before. That's how I measure my growth. I try to compare my past works, try to see, okay, what else can I do that makes, everyone wants to get more interested in what I'm doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is music to you a hobby?
Music is a calling. I would like to say it's a calling.
It's a calling to you.
Because if I wasn't supposed to be doing it, I would not be this good.
Okay. Yeah, I see some pride there.
Well, I mean, you have to be, you have to toot your own horn. Because most of the time people want to humble you, and you cannot be humbled by people. You choose to be humble yourself. Basically, so yeah.
Because I mean, personally, don't think I can do what you do. So definitely, even if I choose, okay, I want this to be my hobby, I can't do it as good as you do it. So I think,
I mean, that's the thing. Everybody has what they are doing. I can't do what you're doing. I mean, I could
maybe,
try, but there's the
yeah,
difference.
that's something. Now, looking at the fact that it's a calling to you, it means you have so much dreams, right? You have so much expectations. And many times when you look around you, there are so many other artists who are also at the same time trying to push forward to make it to that same top. I mean, everyone is struggling to at the same time get to the peak. And in the process, it's not always easy, right? The competition is tight, it's heavy. So, what exactly keeps you going when you look at the competition around you? What keeps you going that, okay, no matter the competition, I know that I am going to get to this peak, to this place I've always had?
As an artist or a creative, most of what you are doing is appealing to a certain, would I say, demographic. Like you have the people you are trying to, and then word of mouth. They hear you're good at something. 3 people hear, they tell 3 other
The other
people.
people.
6 people get interested. 10 more people, and then it grows on. So basically, what you should focus on is the growth. Nobody just wakes up one day and pops. I mean, take Marvel for instance. Everybody was seeing Escalade Dizzy, but he had like a ton of mixtapes before that. So like you have to put in the work, to be honest. And I kind of enjoy the process of putting in the work because like there's beauty in the struggle.
Enjoying, I think that part of the process is very important. Many people look forward to the results and they don't get to even enjoy the process itself. People are always looking forward to the big deal or something, but the process that leads to it, they don't get to enjoy it.
Yeah,
And many times when you don't enjoy it, I mean,
the burnout.
exactly.
You get burnt out.
So you just get exhausted and you just give up before you know it.
Yeah,
Top words. Now you mentioned something earlier about your experience as of last year.
yeah.
The fact that you have found yourself in the low, right? It was your music career was kind of not exactly what you wanted at that point. Now, aside from the fact that that experience, of course, it wasn't something that you exactly excited you. Was there something that experience brought to you, that it's changed within you, that is also of benefit, something that it's shaped within you?
Yeah, my favorite quote by, I mean, everyone would agree to this, everyone who knows me. I always say
Okay.
this: everything that happened was supposed to happen. Nothing happens by mistake. So when all of that was happening and like people were doing things that I didn't like, or like showing me that this is how you really, it was like an eye opener for me. It was like the storm before the calm. Like, okay, as this wind is blowing, it's filtering out the things and people I want to see when I am not in this position anymore. And yeah, that kind of brought me some form of peace within myself, and also helped in my, soul searching, my inner growth,
Introspection.
my introspection. Yeah.
That's beautiful. As an artist, do you get criticisms from people?
Funny enough, hardly. I only got criticisms maybe once or twice on Twitter, and they were just, you could just tell they were filled with hate. It wasn't like constructive. It wasn't, oh, you could do this better, you could do that better. So most of the time, it's just love. It's either love or nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
So yeah.
What about from the people that you are close to, from the people you actually have close relationships with?
The people I'm close to, they usually do more of, they try to help in any way they can.
Okay.
It's less criticism and more, how do we help you grow further? I mean, shout out to my videographer, my elder brother, like my lawyers, they are just out there for me. And it's like one of the best things you can get as a creative.
So eventually they don't focus on your weaknesses, they focus on your strength instead.
Yeah, I mean, my weaknesses would be, okay, for creatives now, like I said in the beginning, you can't do it alone.
Yes.
So like your weakness is when you start to feel alone. No matter how much people have your back, if they don't have your back enough, you will feel alone. And at that point, you have to like stay true to yourself. Like, okay, now I'm alone. Do I push myself back out there for people to see, or do I just stay in my corner? And I mean, if you have a goal you're trying to achieve, you do not stay in your corner. Nobody goes where they are right now by staying in the corner.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Well. I think you have some top words right here, and I believe there are so many other people like you, right?
Yeah.
There are people who are also trying to establish themselves. I mean, trying to become. As a matter of fact, there are people who are talented at singing, like at talented creatives,
Yeah.
but that somehow they've not even started whatever it is that they are talented has at. Rather, they know they are good at this thing, but to actually get it done, it's a problem. They don't know where to start. They don't even know how to start. How would you like to say to them?
To be cliche to say just do it, but like, I mean, I didn't do it for a long time. I was just waiting. I knew I had it in me. I knew I could hear my own recordings. I knew I had it, but like, the start is usually the problem because you don't do things without a plan. When you do things without a plan, that's one of the things that inspire the burnout that you face at the end of the day. Because, okay, I didn't see myself going to this position, and then you just find yourself here. So now you're just stuck here, and that's as far as you can see
Yeah,
because you're not
yeah,
seeing the bigger picture.
yeah.
So I would say just do it, but do it with a plan.
Do it with a
Do
plan.
it with a plan.
But I actually love what you just said. But that gives an opening. So where do we put spontaneity? I mean, sometimes I feel like sometimes there's beauty in being spontaneous. The fact that you are not exactly being tuned, you're not being locked, confined in a space just in the name of planning. I mean, I understand, totally appreciate the concept of planning. But what do you think about spontaneity? I mean, take for example, you can't be seated, you probably did not, okay, maybe that may not make sense, but you probably did not make any plans to even try to, you just got a concept just as you're seated, an idea, and you feel like, oh wow, I think this could make sense if I just make a song of this and I use the concepts like this and anything. It's not exactly in the plan. Maybe you've had plans, but that came just in the moment, and it feels like, something you could leverage. I mean, I think I've had stories of different artists. For example, I've had stories of producers saying probably an artist was just like singing randomly,
Yeah.
probably singing about something that does not even is not meant to make sense,
Yeah.
but they're just singing randomly, and then someone would hear and would be like, I think this thing could actually get into the studio. I think we could make something out of this. And songs like that, sometimes they just get out there and people love them. So where is the room also for spontaneity?
I mean, if I'm speaking to creatives, that's kind of like the whole point. You have to make something out of nothing. If you look at it biblically, I mean, there was nothing before. Something has to happen for something to happen. So, like,
Okay,
just
that's
like I
tough.
said, just do it. I mean, even if you're going to make a song out of this juice in my front, do it with the plan that as I'm singing about juice, it can't be what you are singing about. It can't be what she is singing about. It's just
Yeah,
my juice. My people want to listen to what I have to say about the
perception.
juice. So you have to be exceptional. You have to appeal. So like that's where creation comes
I
in.
got a temptation.
You want
I
me to
was,
freestyle?
I was tempted. I was tempted to ask you to make a song from the juice. But okay, I don't know. Would you want to?
I don't make rhymes. I ain't no Dr. Seuss. In front of me around sipping the juice. You know I got the sauce too. And everybody was saying that I'm the boss too. You could just breathe with it. Anything you want to do, you could just lean with it. I ain't freestyling. This is a talk session. This is an interview. This is an interception. This is a introspection. You know what I mean?
Now I can see why I can't do that, bro. Okay, I think the fact that you could do that right on the spot immediately after I said it without asking for a break, that's exceptional. Beautiful, beautiful one. And thank you so much for the song. I don't know why it was doing me somehow, but I hope I'm not blushing. He was not singing to me. He was singing for the Jews. Okay? Okay. With that said, was there an experience? I mean, lastly, was there an experience that you had,
Yeah.
something that you experienced along the way in your growth process? I feel like you don't think others should necessarily have to go through that. Like you
Yeah.
feel like, okay, you learned a lesson that if you could go back in time, for example, this is what you would have put in place to make sure you, at least to probably make you speed faster or something. So there are other creatives out there who will be listening to you and who might just be starting out. So what are the experiences or what is that lesson you've learned along the way that you think could help them shorten the time frame they could use?
Three things I would say: waiting, self-doubt, and dependence. like the waiting now is, am I going to be able to do this? Should I just wait? And there comes the self-doubt. It comes in stages. Now you're thinking, should I be able to do this? While you're waiting, you are seeing why you should not do it. And then while you're seeing why you should not do it, you start thinking, who should help me do it? And that's where dependence comes in. So you limit yourself, first of all, from your mind. And that's where waiting is. You don't do things without thinking first. Even if it's 2 milliseconds, you think first. So if your thinking is going to limit your actions, you need to change your way of thinking.
So the first thing or the major thing people should do is to build their mind.
Build your mind.
Top words from Levi. Honestly, I can't have enough, but that's exactly where we're going to have it for today, guys. Just hold on to what you need and leave the rest. Till the next time we meet on the Thorny Point, Imole Aton. Wow. Oh my God.